do a little bit of living room coffee talk. I want to talk about the art groups I belong to in Tulsa. I first joined an art group a year ago. I live on a street that is right up the street from Whiteside Park. Whiteside Park has a community center, and in the community center they have portrait artists. They meet once a week on Tuesday between 11 o'clock and about 2:10 or 2:15. I joined when my husband was failing. He had cancer and it had returned. He went into elder care once a week, and that was Tuesday, and it was my only day when I wasn't the primary caretaker on those days, at least for that time. And I would go down to portrait artists. I could just walk right down there or take my electric assisted trike down there. The artists that were there are all ranges, from people who have done art the entire life to people who retired and say, gee, I just want to learn how to draw portraits. It's a great group. There is no real teacher. However, there are plenty of people who, if you ask them, will give you pointers in a very kind way, kind and generous. And they'll lend you their needed erasers or their chalks or their paintbrush or whatever. They are great people. I walked in there as the newbie. The group has been together for 35 years, not always at Whiteside Park, but the group has been together for 35 years, and we have a couple of the original members. We're lucky to have them. As it is kind of a volunteer thing, you know, people, it's only $3 that pays for the model, and people kind of take on jobs. Somebody finds models for us, another one takes pictures, somebody else sets up the lighting and whatever. I thought, well, you know, I'll take on the music. So I put together playlists, and they could be anything from, gosh, Happy Dance, to Windows Doors, to cities. It's fun for me to put together. It takes a while because it takes anywhere from 33 songs at the least to about 40 songs to get us through these sessions. It's on Tuesday, and it runs between 11 o'clock and 2:15, and there's breaks in between, but it's one pose. So you could really learn a lot, and you could actually get a painting done, or almost get a painting done. I usually draw, I usually use colored pencils, but there's no usually. You could bring anything you want to. You bring your own equipment, but chairs are available. The group is great. The second group I joined was after my husband passed away. He passed away in October. And then I was invited to join figure drawing. I didn't know if I was ready or not, but somebody volunteered to pick me up. And so they pick me up every Thursday night at 6. The group starts at 6:30 and it goes until 8:30. And it's figure drawing, so it's figure drawing or / life drawing. And they're once again members that have been there for years, have done this for years. It started out at the Philbrook and now is at Rainbow Land. Rainbow Land is on Peoria. I was a new girl in the group, but I've definitely passed my probation period, and they saved the stool for me where I sit, and another great bunch of people. I really like them. You also have students that come in there too. So we have our regulars, and then we have students. It's worth it for me. Then the next group I got invited to was Ink Slingers. Okay, so as the name kind of hints at, people that work in ink. So there's cartoonists, and there are anime followers, and anime style art, and there's fantasy art, cartoon, caricatures, and then there's me. I told them I'm more of an lead spreader. I have not shown there. I've been to two groups. They meet at a bar. Artists put their work up on the wall, but they have to be invited or asked to there to display their art. They sell their art, mostly it's prints. It's very affordable. The artists get to keep all the money, which is lovely. And there's live music. And obviously, if you want to get a drink, there's a drink. So I've been to a couple of those. The people are a lot of fun, and I enjoy just walking around and talking to the artists that show there. After Ink Slingers, I was invited to go to Starbase 22 at the library, and it's once a month, and it's on a Sunday. And I don't know if it's the second or the first Sunday, but I'll find out. I just go. And it's really not something that I'm deeply entrenched in. I stayed pretty quiet my first time there, but I don't stay quiet for long. And they allow me to say things and maybe chuckle a little bit of what I have to say. They're well versed in popular culture, comic books, and graphic novels and gaming. I learn a lot from them. They're very intelligent and worth listening to because I've learned a bunch of stuff from them. Then the last group that I asked to join, because you have to fill out this questionnaire, and I did, and they accepted me within about 10 minutes. The group is called 918 Makers. So it's mostly craftsmen. And they had their first Makers Mart at Whittier Square. I didn't know what to expect. I usually don't know what to expect. It's an historic district, so Whittier Square is worth visiting even if you don't go there. It's really a revitalized area. I'm very impressed of where they've gone with that area of town. And the Makers Mart, 918 Makers Mart, it's the first time they've shown. And it was so well organized. It was beautiful, and it was a gorgeous day out. The people were so pleasant, so talented. I absolutely recommend it, whether you want to be part of the group or whether you just want to go and buy something at a very reasonable price and talk to some lovely people. I recommend going there. And that is my groups for now.